Well, hey there folks, and welcome again to Tesla Northwest and EVs. Where am I at today? Well, again, I'm up in Bellingham. I'm going to be heading home here shortly using the latest version of full self-driving 11.3.6, and we're going to go through downtown Bellingham. We're going to see how full self-driving does, getting me onto I-5 at Lakeway, so this should be a cool trip. So join me on the flip side as we try out the latest version of FSD going through downtown Bellingham, and we'll see if there's been any improvements. I'll catch you on the flip side, and thanks for joining me. Hit that like and subscribe for more content. All right, folks, here we are. We are leaving my place of work up in Bellingham, and we are going to be using FSD Beta to get us home. So I'm going to bring you footage of FSD Beta 11.3.6, the latest version, trying to get through downtown Bellingham and hop on Interstate 5, and this should be an interesting drive. It is not a real intuitive route that we are going to be taking. Yeah, a little hesitation there. I don't know what it sees. You can go, bud. Okay, weird. Glad nobody's behind me. Alright, finally we went. Alright, so starting off with a little bit of timidity. And hopefully, sorry about the camera jiggling, there's some potholes. Hopefully we can get to Interstate 5 with no interventions. We're just waiting. I got traffic coming from my left. Car saw it and stopped, so good. And if it was really ballsy, it'd go. But it's not really ballsy, so we're going to stop and wait. Nothing coming from the right, and after this car, we should be able to go. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Let's see, next we're going to go to Central Avenue. So the road is a two-lane road up in through the heart of downtown Bellingham, but then it stops being two-lane and turns into a one-way traffic, and the traffic is actually going in the opposite direction we'll be heading, so we have to bail off and take a right, and we're going to see what happens. Lots of interesting bike lanes, and so it's going to be interesting to see if it can manage to put us where we need to be correctly to get on to Interstate 5. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. I'd love it if you'd hit that like and subscribe. Thank you so much for everyone who's been following me. I got some new memes and gifs, so that should make things fun. Again, I'm trying to make these videos fun, right? So we're testing FSD, we're showing off its capabilities, but also its failures, so I try and be fair. And then I try and make it entertaining for you, right? Put in some memes and some GIFs, make you laugh, and just hopefully overall be entertained. Word on the street is the newest version, 11.4, is out to employees, and Elon tweeted that he's been having very few interventions with it. It's another step change. So we're going to find out if that's actually the case, but we don't have it yet. So we're still peasant class here with 11.3.6. It's kind of funny to be following all the different testers, because I've seen a lot of wow, that was incredible, and then a lot of, oh my god, it has really regressed. So this build is definitely a mixed bag, and we're paying close attention in case it wants to do something weird, because we do not want it to take over and do something that isn't appropriate. Man, what a gorgeous day. Okay, good. So far so good. No interventions. Ooh, a little pinch of the brakes there. Got a little confused, I think. I think we're going to come up here and actually try and make a right at the spot where it ran that stop sign the other day because of a box truck. So this should be interesting. We'll see how it does with this stop sign again. Okay, somebody getting into their car. Okay, so far so good. Yep, we got a right-hand turn coming up, and then we'll have railroad tracks and stop sign. And last time I took this using FSD on video, it ran the stop sign. But now it should have a clear view of it. Yep. Very well done. And really crappy visibility, like really bad visibility. And the car sees these pedestrians, making sure it doesn't do anything it shouldn't. And okay, that wasn't terribly done. We kind of saw this Hyundai in front of us struggling a little bit too, so I would say FSD did wonderful through there. Alright, now we're going to go up to Ellis Street and we're going to need to make a left. So let's see how we do with lane changes. Okay. So far so good. And I think once we get on I-5, I might bring you a little footage, but it's not terribly exciting. So we're probably just going to be looking at FSD through downtown Bellingham, trying to get onto Interstate 5. Okay, so far so good. Good use of speed. Got another half mile or so before we got to make our left, so we're going to want to get over into the other lane. Through that yellow. Whoa, car, you gotta go. Okay. I think it was a little bit worried about that pedestrian there. That was interesting. Well done. And I gotta stop at our light here. Alright, coming up, some of these moves might be a little bit interesting to get into the correct lanes for Interstate 5, but we'll see how we do. Just got done with a good day. We're learning about motor controls in class today, so got my students all lined up on their projects. Some of them are going to be building a blower skid. Some of them are going to be working on a automatic balloon filler and a 3-phase power generation skid, and then a game where you got to smash a bunch of buttons to win. So hopefully they all have a good time working on those projects. Alright, got a long string of traffic behind us, but so far so good. Alright, we're going to have to come up here. There's a light and a left. Good use of the blinker. And I don't think it wants to be in this lane, but we're going to let it be in this lane. Yeah, I can just about guarantee you I'm going to have to take over, because what's going to happen is I need to get over into the far right as soon as we get here, and it would have been better to have stayed in that other left lane. Now we could be in trouble, so I might have to intervene to get us where we need to be. Perhaps. Yeah, we're way too far over. The car's got to get over. It's got to get over again. And we got somebody cutting us off. Turn your blinker on, car. Turn your blinker on. And this guy's going to let me in. Okay, good. So we had a polite driver there that let us in. We've got a green for our right. Whew, okay, hey, we made it. That was not terrible. Luckily we had a polite driver. And the planning could be just a little bit better, I would say. But we made it. So I'm pretty impressed. So now we're going to come up here and we're going to hop on to Interstate 5 via the on-ramp. So we'll see how FSD does, and then we'll have a little bit of traffic as we kind of cruise through the tail end of Bellingham, and I'll probably cut this video once we get to the lake. Thanks again for joining me, letting me talk about my day a little bit and the fun projects I got my students working on. Hopefully you enjoy these videos. I know I do. I just get a kick out of making them. I really like to create them, and honestly I get a little bit nervous when I have to check comments, because again, I'm just trying to have fun and make something for myself and everybody else, and the comments can be a real bummer sometimes when people are negative. But you know what? That's okay. We try and stay positive, we try and have fun, and we just ignore people when they do otherwise. Wow, very well done. It got up and got after it because it knew it needed to. We had traffic coming up from behind us. Okay. Very impressed. That was a very nice move, and now we're getting over into the fast lane. Oh yeah. Well done by Full Self-Drive. I don't necessarily, Tesla, care for it running out the lane. But you know, that's just kind of what it's gonna do. So now you can see this is the kind of nightmare that is Interstate 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the video off here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll join you on the flip side. Hey there folks, welcome back. We are about 4 miles away from my exit, and I just thought I would bring you along. I haven't had any interventions due to the car driving crappy. I have taken over a couple times just so I can pass people, because we get a lot of people that like to camp in the left lane. But other than that, the FSD, or Full Self-Driving, autopilot, whatever you want to call it, has been doing wonderful. So how do I have it set? I've got it set up in assertive, and I do not use minimal lane changes. And I like assertive. I don't know if it really makes too much of a difference. I could test that sometime if everybody would like to see that, the 3 different settings. But I think for the most part, they're all relatively close. At least that's what I've seen or heard. So we'll come up here. We're going to get off on exit 230, which is Highway 20. And we'll be making a light-controlled left onto Highway 20, and then heading into Anacortes. So like I said, I thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of the interstate. Not terribly exciting. The car does a great job. It could get over if it wanted to. I probably would, but I don't have anybody behind me, so there's nothing really pressing. No pressing reason for it to get out of the way. Oh, look at that giant, beautiful American flag. Well, we've finally gotten some good weather. And so I'm really hoping I'm going to bring you a review on some products this week. I've been waiting for it to get nice, so we can talk about PPF, paint protection film. I had some sent to me for the Model Y from a company called Best EV Mod on Amazon, so I want to show you that. And then I bought a adapter to charge my wife's Fiat 500e Fiona using our Tesla wall charger, so I'll bring you a little review on that as well. I'll probably be in the same video, but yeah, just so happy we finally got nice weather so I can do that. And we're running up here on our exit. Car's doing just fantastic, and no real complaints once you're on the freeway, other than the on-ramps and off-ramps, just kind of using every last inch of, especially the on-ramps, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so the car's going to need to get over up here. Let's see if we try and power past this pickup truck and then signal over. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Now let's see if it will manage it. We're going pretty fast, so it needs to make a transition and slow down, and then keep our blinker on. Blinker car. Blinker would have been good there to indicate why we were slowing down. So a little disappointed it didn't use a blinker. It should have. would have helped let people know what we had happening here. But good use of speed limits. Okay, very, very nicely done. Now let's see if it gets us lined up for our turn. And I'm also going to be doing some videos on Fiona. That's the name we gave the Fiat. So, just like Shrek's love interest, that is Fiona the Fiat. And I have just been loving that car. What a fantastic little machine, just like a go-kart. Tesla, give a little wave. There you go. It's a cool Audi. Got a Subaru in front of us, and I'm going to tell you folks, if any of you drive Subarus, again I apologize, but there is just something about, at least in Washington, Subaru drivers seem to just love to be passive aggressive and camp in the left-hand lane. I don't know if that's just been my experience. They go slow in the left-hand lane or marginally fast. Again, I'm stereotyping, sorry Subaru drivers. Like this, right? Okay, let's go buddy. They'll sit in the lane, and then if you try and kind of give them a little nudge, like, hey, maybe you ought to get over, more often than not, I found them to act real passive aggressive. So anyway, hopefully that's not the case with this guy. I'm going to get over though, because I think we can get around him. The speed limit is going to go up to 55 here in just a minute. Come on, car. See what I mean? I just, like, why can't you get over into the right lane? Like, why do you got to camp out there? But anyway, little pet peeve of mine. Very nice. Went through that yellow light. Very well done. And we are just rolling. So, oh good. Our Subaru buddy finally got in the right lane. So hopefully we make it through here okay. I'm going to go ahead and kill the feed. Highway 20 isn't super exciting. Not a lot to see. But when we get closer to town, I will bring you back so we can see some of that action with city driving. And I'll let it play for a little bit. We'll let it roll. Why not? We got a couple log trucks coming up here. So we'll see what it does with that. Hopefully it'll blinker and get us over into the passing lane here in a moment. This is a hard road, folks, to acclimatize to after you come off of Interstate 5, right? I mean, we were going, you know, 75, 80 on Interstate 5, and then we get onto here, and the speed limit's 55. Everybody usually does 5 to 10 over. But a lot of people will just camp in the left lane and not go over. Oh, very nice. So we're scooching. Good. So it can be a bit frustrating. It's that you know, phenomenon where you were going fast and then you start to go slow and it feels like you're going super slow. I mean, it feels like I'm just walking right now and we're actually going pretty quick. So just slow. Hard phenomenon to get used to, transitioning between the two, and it can lend itself to a little bit of frustration with drivers, myself included sometimes. But we're going to try and be non-frustrated drivers. So we're going to slow down a little bit because we can see that we're catching up to the people in front of us. I initiated that lane change and I slowed us down just because I don't really feel like getting aggravated by being stuck behind these folks. Alright, I'm going to check back in with you in a little bit. There we've got some Highway 20 action, we've got some I-5 action, downtown Bellingham, and then we'll see some Anacortes. Alright, catch you on the flip side. Hey, welcome back, folks. Guess what? We're in Anacortes. So wow. We are going to roll on home, and I will bring you the rest of that footage. So we started off in Bellingham. We had a successful, albeit a little bit hesitant and timid, FSD Beta 11.3.6 drive through downtown Bellingham. We got on Interstate 5 southbound at Lakeway, and that all went really well. I cut the camera while we rolled down I-5 for a while. No interventions except me taking over because I wanted to pass a few people. And then I brought you back as we were heading through Skagit Valley in the flats. We successfully got off at the LeConner exit and got onto Highway 20. Brought you a little bit of footage of that with a little bit of logging truck scooching. And now we are rolling through the city of Anacortes, heading home. And I'll tell you, I had a really great Honda in front of me. Well, the camera was off. The person who had to drive actually got through the lanes and got around, and I just tell you, it's so frustrating through here. Alright, a little bit of a brake pinch, no big deal. Notice this is a pretty wide lane and it's hugging the right side. I kind of wish it wouldn't do that. I wish it'd be more centered. I like that option that some of the other advanced driver assistance systems offer you, like Porsche and Volkswagen, where you can kind of use the wheel to dictate where you want to be at in the lane, whether you want to be in the middle, over to the left, or over to the right. And the Tesla just kind of decides where it wants to be. Oh, look at that. A couple cool cars there. It's Model S, and those like a Supra. Folding bicycle. Man, what a gorgeous day. So I'm going to go home, get a little bit of work done, answer a few emails, check some lesson plans. Then I think we're going to make burger dips for dinner, so I'll get those ready. So. Tesla Shareholder Day is coming up here in May. I believe it's May 16th. So if you're a shareholder and you're signed up through Say, check your email. You might get an invitation. Hey, there's 94. I am really excited. Cybertruck pricing and specs and availability to be released hopefully sometime in September. So the first trucks should go probably to employees. They'll do maybe a very VIP delivery event for Cybertruck. Come on, car, you got to get over. Yep, there you go. That was really not very well done, and it could creep. So I'm going to use my pedal to let it kind of inch into the lane a little bit here. There we go. Okay, I gave it a... It did that. Not awesome, but it did it. Hopefully I don't have anybody I honked at behind me. Sometimes I express my displeasure with people camping the left-hand lane by honking at them as I pass them on the right, going the speed limit or just slightly above. And then sometimes I run into them later and they're not too happy with me. But you know what? I think you need to be reminded, like, get out of the left-hand lane. It is not a campground. Okay, looks like we might get our light. If we're lucky, we'll hit the green. If we're not lucky, we'll get a yellow and we'll have to wait. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna get lucky. Okay. Yeah, very well done. Nice speed, good turn. Not on that guy's booty cakes. No pinching the brakes. Oop, little weird dive it tried to do right there for a second. All right, we are just about home. We got another couple miles to go. So yeah, Cybertruck, awesome. I think I'm number like 752,000, my reservation number. So I told the wife I am gonna be prepared to take delivery, I think, in 2026. That's kind of where I'm thinking is. Around 2026, they should be pumping out close to volume and hopefully getting up there towards my order number. Now, obviously, all those orders aren't probably going to be filled. I know some people that, like, they signed up for every trim level. Some people, you know, ordered 20 or 30 of them. So I'm hoping I'll move down in line a little bit. But we've got our Tesla Cybertruck fund going, so we're saving money. I've got Tesla shares and savings, hoping that those will mature towards a down payment. And yeah, really excited. What about you? Leave in the comments if you are a reservation holder, or maybe you're looking at a different EV. Tesla doesn't have to be the only one. There's lots of good manufacturers out there, and let us know what you're looking at maybe getting. Yeah, a little phantom brake. or why you're afraid to buy one, right? Love to hear in the comments, as long as they're not negative. The negative comments bum me out. Really try and stay positive. There's so much negativity in the world. I really try and keep positive, and so let's be happy, man. Yeah. All right, and I am happy. So we're cruising here. Good occupancy network stuff. And you all are real familiar with this portion of the drive, but there's some pretty views, so we'll let you hang on until we get up here into my neighborhood. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like and a subscribe if you did. If you're a new viewer, hey, thank you so much. I hope you like this. Like I said, I got some new memes and gifs. You probably notice those sprinkled throughout now. But I'm still going to stick with my old standbys and my philosophy. I want to make these entertaining, right? So you might see some fun FSD stuff, and you might get a laugh from a meme, and you might get a chuckle from a gif. You just never know with me. So, why are we going 20? Oh my God. Sometimes it feels like I'll never get home. Oh shoot, I forgot to get rolls for dinner tonight. Well, looks like I'll have to ask my wife to maybe be kind enough to do that. And I'm getting a bit hangry, so maybe that's why I was having my diatribe about the left-hand lane too. I need to get a bite. All right, we're gonna roll up here. We're gonna be making a left-hand turn onto Anacortes. It has been doing really, really well with these turns. Very smooth and natural, so let's see how it does. It's just up here another half mile. And I was shocked at how well it got us through downtown Bellingham. I really thought I was gonna have to intervene, but the car did great, especially getting over those 3 lanes of traffic, so we could make it into the lakeway exit. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, here we come. Left-hand turn. Looks like we got a little traffic approaching, so the car will have to make a decision about when it's the right time to go. Should be indicating with his blinker any second now. Yep, good. And the traffic is going to clear up just as we approach, and saw that pedestrian, so it's being cautious with them. And yeah, really well done. Man, that was good. Okay, let's roll up here and cruise by the zipline park and see how it does with our weird little intersection. Remember that median at the roundabout up here, it's really low, and so the occupancy network isn't quite sure how to label it. But I did just get a map update last week. I think it was Thursday or Friday. Freaked me out. I thought I was getting an update that was I was like, oh my God, is 11.4 coming? But it wasn't. It was just navigation data. And I don't know if that'll make a huge difference, so let's see. There we go, pretty pooch. Out for a walk. Alright, so first thing we want is not to curb our rims as we come up here, and then it should slow down because it's a park, but not slow down too much. Okay, nicely done. No rim curbage. Very good. Slowing down for the park. Again, the blinker, I think, again, is if the turn is extreme enough, it thinks it needs a blinker. And then now here, it's going to roll up, and it doesn't quite know what to make of this roundabout medium, so it's always stops. And now it's going to proceed forward, because it doesn't quite know what to do. Very good. Okay, we made it. Let's see if we pick up this pedestrian. Oh yeah, we can already see the pedestrian. And their pooch. Do we see their pooch? Nope. Okay, we'll kill our speed. And we're going to pop out here on some unmarked roads. We'll see how it does. And then once we get a nice, beautiful shot of the water, I will end this video and bid you a fine adieu, and thank you for joining me. Again, hit that subscribe. Almost up to 600. I'd love to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. We're going to be taking a road trip here in July, hopefully, to the Grand Canyon and through New Mexico and down to Starbase. So again, if you want us some footage of Starbase and some more FSD testing, hit that subscribe. Share with people. Okay, well done. Again, no marking on the road. The car's trying to fill in marks on its own based on what it can kind of see from lane markings. And we're going to come up here and make a left. Little bit weird left. Doesn't need a stop. It could have just rolled through it, but that's all right. And we'll dial our speed back because we don't want to go too fast through the neighborhood. All right, so pretty successful drive. The only interventions I did were on the interstate, and that was because I wanted to pass some people, and we don't have Frogger mode yet in FSD. But overall, really good drive. A little bit of downtown Bellingham, a little bit of Interstate 5, a little bit of Highway 20, and a little bit of Anacortes with an HOA thrown in. So the water is coming up here. Oh my God, what a beautiful view. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just catch you on the flip side at Tesla Northwest and EVs.